Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This is 401 Styling. Today I'm going to be sharing with us how to make a bralette. Okay, so I already have this one that I made, and this is reversible as well. Okay, that means you are going to be having two different color or two different type of fabric, front and back, just like I have this one, and I have fixed a bra hook to this one at the back. Okay, so and then I have this one also. This one is just, it has a rope and it's kind of tiny. It's I made a bikini, so this is the upper part. Okay, you're just going to tie the rope, but this particular one we want to do is going to have a loop at the back, and it's going to be, the waist area is going to be wider than the other two. So I'm going to be making use of this Ankara fabric. If you have a scrap fabric or Ankara that is lesser than even half yard, you can use it. So let's check the measurements. So if you want to make this is how you're going to measure from your chest line down to your under bust. Okay, depending on how high you want it to be, just determine where you want it to be on your chest line. Then you take your tape, you place it on exactly where you want it to start, across your bust and down to your under bust. Measure correctly and carefully. Then you're going to measure the side, from this side to the center of your breast, across the widest part of your bust. Okay, just like this one, and you note your measurement as well. So after that, now you're going to measure around your waistline, depending on how wide you want your band to be. Okay, so if it's going to get to your tummy, you're going to measure down to that place. Okay, now the first thing I will do is to draw a straight line, because my fabric is not straight. Okay, so from here I'm going to measure the length, that is the chest line to the under bust. That's what you are going to use to cut out this length because of the vertical measurement. So after this, now you're going to measure what you measure around your bust. Okay, and this is exactly what I'm making use of, because it's the same measurement as mine. So after that, now you cut it out and you're going to fold it across the width, not the length, this way. Okay, so that is that. So this is the center line that is going to be joined to the side, and this other side we are going to create a curve. Okay, so from the lower part you can go up by 4 inches after your seam allowance. Then you are going to mark this way. Okay, so after that you are going to fold this upper part, because we are supposed to create a curve around it. So you are going to create it like this, and here you are going to use your curve or your chalk to just create a curve to connect it, to avoid a sharp edge. Okay, then you're going to cut off this part. Do we get? Okay, what I'm just trying to do is just to create that to create like a dart. Okay, so that our bust, we have it will give room to our bust. Sorry. So after that, you're going to cut off this part. Okay, and you're going to cut the center line as well. So this side that I'm cutting out is just going to be by the side, and this part is going to be in at the center. Okay, so after cutting out, this is what it's going to look like. So here you don't have to get confused. This here and this other two for the other side. Okay, what you're going to do next, okay, so this part down, this cuff part, is where you're going to join like this. Okay, just like we used to join our bra cup for our corset, just to give room for our bust. Okay, so because it is going to be reversible, I could use this pattern to cut out another Ankara fabric, so you can make use of a lining. So now I already joined the pattern together, and this is what it's going to look like. You do the same thing for your lining or your Ankara fabric you want to use for the other side. You pick one of this pattern both, then you're going to place it on each other, right side facing right side, and you're going to join the sides. But before that, we need to create a rope, like a strap, that we are going to put here before we join it together. So you are going to decide if you want to tie the rope around your neckline or you just want it to remain like that. Okay, but before that, we will need to create our waistband. So this waistband, we already take our waist circumference. This is what this is going to look like. Okay, and this top is where you're going to insert the tiny strap. Okay, so for the waistband now, I'm making use of this all width. Okay, so I have like 4 inches here plus my seam allowance. Okay, decide on how wide you want it to be. It can be 2, 3 or 4 inch wide. This depends on your choice. Okay, so But because this one is going to have a loop at the back, I'm going to have the front band separately and the back band separately. Okay, so here you can decide on how wide you want it to be, 3, 4, even up to your half waist or half length. Okay, so I'm going to cut these two out because I want to separate the band. So for the back band, I'm going to remove about 3 to 4 inches at the back. Okay, what I'm doing now is just to demarcate the front and back because this fabric is kind of, it looks alike a little bit. Okay, I already notched the center, and you can also use your chalk. So for the back band now, for the back, I'm going to fold this into 2. Okay, so and what I'm going to do is to reduce the width of the band. Okay, instead of 14 inches, I'm going to be having like let's say 11, depending on how wide you want the back to be. Remember, it's a loop. We're going to create a loop and a rope at the back to tie it back to our waist measurement, just like our corset, just like we used to have for our corset. So you can decide on how wide you want it to be. So what I did here is just to deduct about like 1.5 inches, and if I see that it is too small or I'm not comfortable with what I have, I'm still going to cut it off. So you're going to place it on each other like this, then you're going to join it by the side. So this opening that we have here is where you're going to create your loop, you fix your rope and you tie it. So by the side you're going to stitch in your seam allowance, but this one I want to reduce it more. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting off like 0.75. so you can go ahead and do as you wish. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be working with. So what I'm going to do now, I have 4 inches here altogether. So what I'm going to do now is to join the sides, and I'll create the rope for the loop, then I'll come back to show us how it's going to look like. So guys, I already joined the bands together, and this is what we're going to have. Okay, you're going to join it in a way that's going to be single, but you see that I have my 14 inches intact and I have my space in between. Okay, so these are the ropes I want to make use of. I already cut out my loop. Okay, I'm going to be having like 8 all together, then I'm going to fix it here. So the way you're going to do this, I believe we know how to fix our loop, but the first thing you want to do is to measure what you have all together, then you divide it into how many loop holes you want to have, just like I just did here. So that is where you are going to be placing your loops when you want to join it. So you turn the band to the wrong side this way, and you're going to be fixing the loop. You fold it into 2 this way. Make sure that it's not too small so that your ropes will enter easily. Then you're going to place it on that line that you marked. Okay, fold it this way. You put it on the right side and join it. Okay, because we are still going to be turn this, we're going to turn it over. So to secure the edge of the loops, that is this is the right way to join it. Okay, just like you see me doing. So that is what I'm going to do now, and when I'm done, I'm going to show us the next step. And for this one now, you're going to pick a rope. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. You're just going to fix it in between this 2 fabric like this from the right side. Please, if you want it to remain like this is what you're going to do, but you need to measure, and if you want to have it separately, you cut it into 2. Okay, so that you'll be able to tie it to your preferred so that you'll be able to tie it. So this is what you're going, so for this one now, you're going to place the rope here like this, and you're going to place the other one. Make sure that the tip of the rope is inside. So by the time you're done, if you turn it inside out, the tip of the rope, the edge is going to be on the wrong side, and you're going to join it by the side. Okay, so you're going to do that too and come back to show us. So I'm done with it, guys, and this is what you're going to have. So by the time you pull it out, you're going to use the rope to pull it out, and this is what you're going to have. Just going to be like this. Okay, so let's assume it's a lining. It's going to be on the wrong side, and because it's an Ankara fabric, you will choose which side you want to rock anytime. Okay, so that's that about that. And as for the band, I'm done with that too, and this is what it will look like. You turn it to the right side, and your loop is just going to be there like that. So after that, now we are going to join the bra cup or the bust area. We are going to join it to the band, and joining it, you're going to notch the center. Okay, and you're going to be placing this one of this on the center. Okay, you can use a pin to fix it, but when you are joining it, you're going to join it to one part of the band first and use the other part of the band to turn it over. Okay, just like we used to do for our waistband. The way we used to join our waistband, that's why you're going to join this. So you're going to start from here, you join it round, then you come back, you use the other side to cover it up. So guys, I'm done, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so because this other Ankara is not much, but if you have enough, you can just use it to cut the band as well. So here you're going to fix your loop, making use of your pin. Okay, so guys, that'll be all for the tutorial. I'm just going to show us how we are going to fix this, because it's a loop. You might not have someone around you that's going to help you, so I'm just going to show us how we can fix this on our body. So what you want to do now is to loosen all the thread, remove all the ropes, and start from the first one. Then you start the rope one after the other, the way you used to lace your corset. And if you are not used to it, what you're just going to do, you pick the rope from the right side, insert it into the loop holes on the left side, and on like that. Okay, you fix it up to one rope length, okay, so that you'll be able to turn it around. So after the front, like you see me doing, then you are going to tie the rope on your neck. Okay, you're going to tie it on your neck to your convenience. Okay, so make sure you tie it in a way that is not going to loosen up. Okay, then you're going to turn to the back, and you're going to start to adjust the rope. Okay, you're going to adjust it in a way, because the loopholes are not many, so it will be easier for you. So guys, that'll be all for the tutorial. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell beside it so that you'll be notified whenever we drop a new video. And do not forget to drop your comments. If you have a video request, I'll be glad to have them. Okay, thank you very much. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.